here at the Innovation Pavilion at HIMSS 16. It's late in the week.
We're all feeling it.
We're all feeling it. Tell us, this is a big project and a big problem you're working on. Tell us about Claritas and what you're working on.
Sure. Thanks for taking the time out to let me tell the story, so to speak. So Claritas MindSciences is a company that's basically focused on evidence-based digital therapies for cravings and addictions. The founder of the company actually started the company thinking about the project, so to speak. He's an academician, he's an addiction psychiatrist, neuroscientist, and he also happens to be a master of mindfulness, and he converged all three of those disciplines, personal and professional interests, into one solution that actually focuses on bringing mind fitness through mindfulness to help you battle the cravings and addictions that we all feel on a regular basis.
Now, is some of that, I also have a background in neuroscience, and I think of it, it's all networks, it's how things are connected. Is it kind of like understanding how different thoughts are related to addiction and kind of breaking those kind of patterns down? Yeah.
So what is Judson Brewer, we call him Judd, he likes to be known as Judd. One of the things he learned early on while he was going through his studies, on all three fronts, so to speak, is that clearly becoming more mindful makes a big difference in terms of how you manage your thoughts, and how do you learn to respond instead of react to the random thoughts that come through your mind.
Right.
So he was very curious about what is actually happening in the mind, and can I actually see if I can rewire my own brain?
Right.
And the answer is yes, you can. He actually received grants from the NIH, National Cancer Institute, and the American Heart Association to go off and study this problem. And mechanistically, he found by using fMRIs and EEGs in the brain, you can actually find a place where you can actually get neurofeedback loops and see if you're actually practicing the mind fitness exercises properly, the mindfulness properly, you can actually see your default network go to a better place. So you can actually see mechanism of action and the effect that you're having, which is wonderful because now you can actually test the interventions, the discussions, the exercise, just like you can with biofeedback mechanisms, see if you're doing something right.
So you say mindfulness, but is it more like meditation practices?
Right.
Tell us a little bit more about, it's technology. I mean, we can take meditation lessons and meditate, but how is this? It sounds like it's a little more specific in the use of technology and how it breaks things down.
Yeah, so there's multiple layers to that. So meditation as a general practice is great. You can always go off and train your mind, but there's lots of different types of meditation. Mindfulness is a specific type of meditation.
Okay.
So that's the type that he found is most effective for cravings and addictions. So it's a very specific way to meditate.
Okay.
That's what mindfulness is.
Okay.
So it's basically being present in a non-judgmental fashion around what your thoughts are. So it's very effective at basically dismantling the cravings when they came up, because the reality is your cravings, your thoughts, constantly coming in and out of your mind, and just learning how to be with them in a thoughtful way, in a non-judgmental way, is the real definition of mindfulness.
Right.
So you're literally training your mind for the torrent of thought. Just like you train your body for a marathon, you can train your mind for the marathon of all these thoughts coming through, the torrent of thoughts. So if your mind is fitter, you can handle them more effectively.
So is this an app on a phone or something that walks you through these exercises? How exactly does it work?
Yeah, so how it originally started was one-on-one in group therapy, and he did a study that showed we had a 31% quit rate at 4 months, which was mind-blowing. He never thought at that time they were going to get to that point, but we realized that we have something here, and that's where we got additional grants to basically turn it into a digital solution. We still have a human touch layer because of the nature of craving addiction. We think it's important to have a human touch layer. So yes, it is a digital solution. It's basically like having an addiction psychiatrist in your pocket that takes you through a 21-session program that shows you what you should do and how to be thinking about what's happening with your mind, and basically like a personal trainer for your mind in your pocket. It also provides you with contextual-based learning. So in the moment when you're having a craving, it'll actually walk you through how to think about that craving and how to dismantle it in vivo. So that's how, as human beings, we learn best, while it's in context, not read a book and apply it 2 days later.
Right.
We also have components in it like gamification, reminder systems, tracking activities, because becoming more self-aware really empowers you to do something about it. And then the human layer component, it comes in 2 flavors. It's peer-to-peer community. So we're both experiencing the same thing, and I support your success.
Big motivation there.
Big motivation really drives people to be more engaged. And we also have that moderated by an expert who basically goes in and helps answer questions. And then the last component is weekly one-to-many chat sessions. So group therapy, digital, so telehealth, telecoaching. And then everybody in the program can just come in and ask the addiction psychiatrist a question.
Is it sold? Who's the customer? Can I go on and get this myself? Does it cost anything?
Sure. So yes, it costs something because we have to actually make it available, and there are costs involved. So
it could be advertising, or
Yep.
Get a beer advertisement.
No, yeah, that'd be awesome. No, we're not advertising tobacco on our smoking cessation app, but that's an interesting idea. We'll have to look into that in the business model. So what we're doing now at this point is we're making it available direct to consumer. It's been in really pre-launch mode for the majority of its existence because we've really been doing the research. The study results on the smoking cessation app for Craving to Quit will be coming out later this month, and we'll be launching our healthy eating in a couple of months. But what we do is basically, because we want to make it available to people who are trying to deal with their cravings directly, we make it available basically through the Apple Store and the Google Play Store. You can download the app today. For smoking, it's $39 one-time cost per year. Basically, just go down and download it, and you keep the app and use it in a support layer, B2B2C. For all intents and purposes, if you think about it, addictions in the U.S. are costing us about $500 billion. That's a 500 billion with a B, and clearly, wherever that sits on somebody's P&L who's at risk for it, has a high degree of interest. There's a tremendous number of interventions that exist today, live face-to-face addiction center sessions. There's basically web-based sessions. There's IVR, call centers. There's some mobile solutions. There's medicines, etc., nicotine replacement therapy. There's a whole range of things to treat addictions. But we're nowhere near, so to speak, having a cure or a solution for addictions for everybody, because they're part of our nature, unfortunately. So we would be an additional mechanism, so to speak, that uses a very different approach and can be layered with the solutions. And we're seeing that, and we're doing our product-to-market fit strategy. It's very clear that people who are already in this space are embracing the concept because they're trying to do good, so to speak, and have a better outcome. And it's just like when you treat the heart. If you have hypertension, you start off with diet and exercise. You add an ACE, you add an ARB. Same type of idea.
So where are you in your growth? Your new company, how old? And
so from the commercial perspective, we're literally just launching it effectively this year. That's why I joined the company last year, to get prepared for the commercialization launch. Healthy eating, as I mentioned, launching in April. The smoking side of things, we're going to have our first clinical trial on the app, Craving to Quit. It's coming out later this month. Then we're going to look for publication and get it out, but we'll be able to take the data to customers in the next month or two. So there are lots of customers interested in how that, what that result looks like. The company, though, when we started, the actual research was incorporated in 2012, and that's how long it took to do the studies. So again, evidence-based digital therapy is a whole new category. You have companies like WellDoc, Omada Health, et cetera, who've been doing this for quite a while to build up the evidence base. So it's really important that you think about this as a new category, and it's incredibly aligned with where healthcare is going, where providers are taking risk and they want to prescribe solutions that are cost-effective and have evidence that they work, versus just another app that has no evidence.
Great. Well, it sounds fantastic. Thanks for joining us. This has been Health IT TV with Paulo Machado with Claritas MindSciences. Sounds like great work. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Appreciate it.